Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. I am back. If you haven't seen any of my other stuff that I made today, then you probably realize that I look a little different. It's quite obvious that uh, November's over, so the beard is gone. Shaved my face, and today I walked to the barber and got a haircut. So starting off, we started off the day um, with a bang. Shaved my face last night, right when it hit midnight. Had to get rid of that beard. Um, and then walked to the barber a little bit before noon. Got my hair cut and was back at like 12:30 probably. So 12:45, something like that. But with that being said, do me a huge favor, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of that good stuff. Helps really helps the channel out. Lets me know what I'm doing right, lets me know what I'm doing wrong. Um, and with that being said, kind of just wanted to go into like a free flowing, just talk about my day, how it's been, how I've been feeling, type of thing, and let's go from there. I'm honestly having right now, I'm smiling, looking at the camera, reflection, realizing that like how different I look now. Um, I guess I do look a little bit baby faced, and I look very different when I take my glasses off. Um, a lot of people tell me that I kind of look like a police officer, which I can't I can kind of agree with, um, at this point because I feel like this looks like the stereotypical officer type cut. However, I'm just hanging out right now. Had a otherwise uneventful day, other than taking care of all of this, and then, um, you know, dealing with a little bit of wind. It was cold on the walk to the barber, but when I was on my way back, it was, you know, the sun was at its peak, so and it wasn't as windy. But now it's starting to get chilly out. I think it's supposed to be like 14 or something tomorrow, something pretty cold. Um, so I got lucky that I was able to fit the time slot that I asked for, and made it happen. I couldn't get a ride, so I walked. Not a big deal. It wasn't too far. It took me about 20 minutes. And yeah, so today's been a little bit interesting though. I've been very tired for the rest of the day. I think the fresh winter air knocked me out. I kept on crashing on the couch, falling asleep. Wasn't really sure what that's about, but because of that, I didn't get to work out today. I did do my wall ball already. I posted that. You guys should be seeing that at some point. And you know, really just been talking to family about some of the steps that I'm going with moving forward. And yeah, just a heads up that like you may actually see me more now without the hoodie or no hat, things like that, because I was doing that because I'm trying to like cover what I thought looked hideous. I mean, it's kind of a big shock to see how different the haircut looks, but other than that, um, really was more of the fact that I just couldn't keep it under control. It was doing like it was like rooster tailing and going this way and that way, and I would just either throw a hood on it or put my hat on. So, now I can just push it over and we're good. But yeah, just wanted to keep you guys updated on how I'm doing. Out of nowhere, my nose started acting up right now. Not sure what that's about, but it always happens every once in a while. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, otherwise, besides just falling asleep on the couch, which also, unfortunately, a little bit of the usual. Um, it's been good. I've been having a little bit of trouble sleeping recently. I've been kind of stressed out with I guess everything that's supposed to happen with in the upcoming months. So it's been a lot to process and deal with at once, and know that I'm gonna miss out on a bunch of stuff. But at the same time, I'm trying to come to grips with the sense that, like, this is for the long term. This will be a big improvement, and that if I don't do this now, then you know when's the next time that I can do this type of thing. I think that's my big you know catch 22, if I will say. Like, you're missing everything that you love for this set amount of time, but then afterwards you may be able to do it whenever. So, and I definitely just voice cracked there. I heard that was pretty bad. But you know it's nice, but at the same time, like I said, doing the math, like, if I'm lucky, I'll have a driver's license based off of New York state law and everything that's going on in like a year and a half. So I'll be, 25 by then, basically, almost. Which, actually, no, I'll be almost 26, because right now I'm 24. Jeez, I can't even. Yeah. So I will be almost 26 getting my license, which, not hating anybody out there, but as a person who does love, like, you know, has always loved things like go karts, dirt bikes, quads, ATVs, um, any of that type, racing, just in general. Um, Not being able to drive has always been like a big thing for me. People tell me I'm not missing out or this or that, but like, I guess recently it's been pretty quiet at the house. We've had some big changes, and I can't really go anywhere, and my town isn't really too busy. I don't really have a lot of stuff going on here, so you know a lot of friends moved away. Some friends live in other towns. I can't get there too easily right now. We're fighting in the struggle. We are still trying to find jobs that are willing to take me. um a lot of people would tell me, hey, take like a fast food job or something like that. um I've thought about it, but I'm worried that um I'm gonna lose my job, because looking at all these places, and it's kind of hard to go after a position and then be like, hey, by the way, like, in a month I'm gonna have brain surgery. So I don't know how many people are gonna be like super receptive to the fact that, like, I guess I withheld information in that sense. So I gotta try to find like a legit, not a that's not a legitimate job, but a job that's a little bit more secure. Some of those environments that are very fast moving, the jobs aren't secure. If you can't make it to work, you're not getting paid. You may not have your job anymore. So really, the struggle right now is finding something that will be permanent, no matter the scenario. So that requires a lot more time digging and figuring out something that will be secure. But like I said, I'm not giving up. We're gonna keep looking. With that being said, if you want to make a change, no matter what obstacle you may have, you can do something great. You can be a person that makes a great change. Um, and other than that, keep fighting the good fight. I may have been running up some obstacles recently, but you gotta work. We gotta push forward. I'm trying to push forward. Um, Do it with me. Help me out. Let me know that you're pushing forward to be a better, be a better version of yourself, and that goes a long way, believe it or not. Yeah. So keep fighting the good fight. I'm not quitting anytime soon, and I will be back and updating you guys with what's going on very soon. Hope you're having a good rest of your day, or whatever day it is. It's the first of the month here for December, but I will talk to you all very soon.